Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. In this video, we're going to talk about something a little fun, I guess, and it's been getting some headlines because the Arctic Seed Vault gets a boost as efforts to secure seed supplies ramp up. That's a little dramatic and misleading, especially calling it the Doomsday Arctic Seed Vault. But what's going on is that right now the vault, it offers a glimpse inside with a virtual tour because it has been very mysterious. And yeah, people do call it the doomsday because if everything bad happens, then these seeds can, be taken out and put back into application. um, so right, Mother Jones says it's the Arctic Seed Vault that could save humanity. And what they're doing is right now it's the 15th anniversary. And so that, they're getting a bunch of press, and they take in deposits a couple times a year. And they're taking in some deposits now. So where it's located is in Long Yearbayen, which is it's in Svalbard. There's a lot of travel videos up to here lately. And it's on the biggest island here of Spitsbergen. So this is Svalbard, all of these islands here. And the Seed Vault is in Longyearbyen, which is the world's northernmost settlement with a population of greater than 1,000. And down here, it says that the town has seen a large increase in tourism and research. This includes the arrival of institutions, including the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. So this is, gotten press for a very long time. This is the other big city here. That is the other big city up here in Svalbard on the island. And this just talks about the island that houses the cities. But this is Svalbard up here. Okay, here's Norway. Here's the borderline of Norway. So this all right here is Norway. And then, so this is the UK, Ireland, England, Scotland, Iceland, Greenland, and Svalbard is up here. It's about 400 miles, I think, north of mainland Norway. So it's pretty far isolated. You can fly there, and a lot of sailing YouTubers go up to here. And one of the reasons they go is everybody just gets an outside look of the seed vault. They all have it in their videos. And let's just see what this seed vault is here. So right here it says it provides insurance against both incremental and catastrophic loss of crop diversity held in traditional gene banks around the world. It offers long-term protection for one of the most important natural resources on Earth. So this one up here in Svalbard, it's owned and administered by the Ministry of Agriculture and Food on behalf of the Kingdom of Norway, and is established as a service to the world community. The Crop Trust provides support for ongoing operations of the Seed Vault, as well as funding for the preparation and shipment of seeds from developing countries to the facility. So Norway operates this, and they chose Svalbard for several reasons. Its cold climate and permafrost make the area a perfect location for underground cold storage. The surrounding sandstone is stable for building and is low in radiation. In terms of security, Svalbard scores high marks compared to the locations of many other gene banks in the world. The infrastructure is good with daily flights and a reliable source of energy from local coal supplies. So the Seed Vault is located on an extraordinary 120 meters, 393.7 feet into the rock, ensuring that the rooms where the seeds are kept will remain naturally frozen even in the event of failure of the mechanical cooling system and rising external air temperatures due to, of course, climate change. So it says it cost about $9 million to build the vault. It says that the seed vault has the capacity to store 4.5 million seed samples. Each sample contains an average count of 500 seeds. So a maximum of 2.25 billion seeds can be stored in the facility. The collection and storage of seeds will continue for some time. When just half of the first of the 3 rooms is filled, there's 3 rooms in the vault, it will hold the world's largest collection of seeds. They're stored at negative 0.4 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 18 Celsius, and they are sealed in specially designed 4-ply foil packages that are placed in sealed boxes and stored on shelves inside the seed vault. The low temperature and moisture levels ensures low metabolic activity, keeping the seeds viable for decades, centuries, or in some cases thousands of years. The permafrost ensures the continued viability of the seeds if the electricity supply should fail. And as in terms of who owns the seeds, the depositors retain ownership rights over the seeds sent to the facility. The boxes with seeds are sealed by the depositors and are not distributed to or given access to anyone other than the depositors. So if you deposit seeds, your country, your area, you're the only one that can get them back. And so they said priority is given to crops that are important for food production and sustainable agriculture. The facility started receiving security collections from the international CGIR collectors, which is other seed vaults, and certain key national gene banks. The focus is on safeguarding as much of the world's unique genetic material as possible and avoiding duplication. They say that the seed vault is a kind of insurance policy for other gene banks. Plant breeders and researchers depend on seed banks around the world to obtain varieties with useful traits that they need. If those seed banks later lose their resources because of natural or man-made disasters, the collectors could be restored by getting copies back from Svalbard. And will genetically modified seeds be stored in the Svalbard Global Seed Vault? Well, Norwegian law promulgated prior to the establishment of the seed vault and intended therefore to apply to more generally to research and use of genetically modified organisms in Norway effectively prohibits the importation of genetically modified seeds and their storage in Svalbard at this time. So, no, they're just protecting actual real seeds the way nature intended it without any of the genetically modified material. And when this came into existence, it opened in 2008, and I was like, I mean, is this really about preserving this for humanity, or is this preserving it for the New World Order, who thinks they're going to be the one living after, they've killed us with all of their genetically modified seeds, and then they can just go back to the good stuff. I don't know, but they're not holding genetically modified seeds up there in Svalbard. So these articles kind of say a lot of the same thing. And yeah, this says it was launched in 2008, and it has samples from nearly every country in the world. Yeah, and what they did up there at Svalbard this week was at the Seed Vault was they launched a free virtual tour. So you can just take a little bit of a virtual tour of this place. Not too many people ever really get to go in it. Right here it says the chambers, which are only open 3 times a year to limit the seed's exposure to the outside world. So yeah, only 3 times a year do the doors open, and the doors are 5 sets of metal doors. That's in a couple of these articles here. But the executive director of the Crop Trust, Stefan Schmitz, said the Seed Vault represents hope, unity, and security. That in a world where the climate crisis, biodiversity loss, natural catastrophes, and conflicts increasingly destabilize our food systems, it has never been more important to prioritize safeguarding these tiny seeds. And this Guardian article says that yes, everyone is invited on the virtual tour to see the inside of the vast collection of tubers, rice, grains, and other seeds buried deep in the mountain behind 5 sets of metal doors. And this right here is the first set of metal doors, so you have 4 more after that. It goes in this building here, and then the whole seed vault is somewhere within this mountain. And it says, yeah, that it opens 3 times a year to accept new deposits from other seed banks around the world. The deep freeze designed to last forever is yeah what they're saying, how it is inside of there. It is a bit like being in a cathedral. It has high ceilings, and when you're standing inside the mountain, there's hardly any sound. All you can hear is yourself, said the executive director of Norgen, which this guy Lykke Stephenson, who is responsible for the day-to-day operation of the vault. When you open the door, it is -18 Celsius, 0.4 Fahrenheit, -0.4, the international standard for conserving seeds, which is very, very cold. When you see all the boxes with seeds from all around the country, I've been so many times, and he's still curious about what's in there. So that's part of the virtual tour, that they show you some of the boxes here. They say, it looks a bit like a do-it-yourself warehouse, but it's one of the most important global public goods we have on Earth. So this Mother Jones article says, it says the global seed vault is shrouded in mystery, and subject of numerous internet doomsday conspiracy theories, but now everyone is invited in on a virtual tour. So, again, behind 5 sets of metal doors. So, that virtual tour doesn't really show you too much, but it is the first time people have seen inside of this seed vault. So it's the 15th anniversary of this seed vault, and yeah, there has been a lot of talk about this, and people do go up to Svalbard just to stand outside of this building to say, you see it in a bunch of travel videos, especially sailors that go up there, and I don't know, influencers or whatnot. Svalbard is one of the new places to go. And one of the reasons to go there is to just say you stood outside of the doors of this seed vault. But right now it's having a birthday. Happy 15 years old to this seed vault. And they offered us a little glimpse of what goes on inside of here, taking away some of this mysteriousness of it. And it is kind of important, in case things really do go awry, to have all of these seeds, especially, if we want to go back from genetically modified crops, maybe even. We have a resource to go and get the real goods again. So stay tuned, people.